probably watched a lot of YouTube videos on Figma plugins as a UI UX designer, but trust me, these 7 plugins are going to be the only ones you're going to be using for 90% of your UI UX work. And how do I know this? Because I use it for 90% of my daily tasks as a UI UX designer. Okay, so the first one is material symbols. Now, why did I choose material symbols and not Icons 8? Because look, there's this plugin called Icons 8, illustrations, photos, icons. It is the ultimate bundle for it all. But look, there are so many different styles and so many different icons that you can choose from. Now, when you're designing for a large scale product, you're going to be needing a lot of icons. And when you have a lot of icons, it's very difficult to keep all the icons consistently visually. So for this, I would not suggest Icons 8. I would suggest you use material symbols. So this is basically the symbols, the icons that are used by Google, that are used on our Android phones. So look, there are so many different icons here, and they are all very relevant for product design, and they are also visually very consistent. So if you choose these, and another thing is you can change their weight. That means you can make them as thick as you want, you can make them as light as you want, and this goes for all the icons. You won't have to be fidgeting around with the strokes and everything. You can just change it from here. And you can also change the fill here. So fill on, fill off. So you can change it from a line to a fill. That is really helpful when you're working on a product that has like 500 plus screens and you need the symbols, the icons to be consistent. You're really going to be happy that I showed you this tool. The second one is beautiful shadows. Now, if you want really good looking shadows, you do not want to go in there, click on it, and go on effects, and then manually do it. It's going to be very tedious. It's going to be very hard to make it look good. What we're going to do is we are going to go into our plugins, we are going to go into manage plugins, and we are going to choose beautiful shadows. This will help you easily get good looking shadows for your drop downs, for your nav bars, for any of the components that you are looking to build. This is going to be very helpful if you're a beginner, and it's also going to be helpful if you are short on time. So just click apply and you have this beautiful looking shadow. So the next one is styler. Now, when you are going to be a professional from a beginner, you are going to want to create styles. What are styles? They are reusable components, reusable elements like color, like text, like effects. You are going to want to make them once, and just with one click, you will want to apply them again and again. So what do we have to do? We have to create styles. Like if I want to create these 3 color styles with these 3 colors, what do I have to do? I just have to select all of them. Then I have to go into my plugins and I have to go into my styler plugin. And what does this look like? Let me show you just what this looks like. So if we go to manage plugins and if we just look for styler, I already have this installed. So it's like a big S, a Superman icon. So if you go there, you'll find this. Okay, so what we have to do is we have to click on generate styles. So if we click on generate styles, what we will see on our our right side here is that we have 3 color styles created from this. And it's very easy, it's very simple, and it saves you so much time. So then what do we have to do if we want the same thing to be for our type? So we have one basic, type style here, and now we want to make a text style guide. So what do? We click it, we go into our plugins, we go to type scales. So boom, this is what we get. And because our text, this text size, the one over here, is 48, our base size is 48. But what we're going to do, we're going to decrease the base size from 48 to 16. So we're going to choose 16. And if we choose 16, we can see that we get fonts in these sizes. So that is really great. And you can round up the values, you cannot round up the values, and you can also choose from here what scale you want. Do you want it a minor third, a major third? You can choose here, and then you can click on generate. Now, after we click on generate, we get text then generated in different pixel sizes. Like here, we can see the pixel sizes that we have generated. Now, if we want to make text styles out of this, what we have to do is click on these, click on all of them, Control-Shift, click, and then just drag them out. And after we drag them out, what we can do is just like I showed you before, go onto our plugins, choose from the styler, and then generate styles. So what just happened? What just happened? Look, in our right side panel, in the styles, under the styles, we can see that we have created text styles from these texts. So this is a huge time saver when you have to make a website, when you have to design a website, and the H1, H2, H3 headings, and you won't have to resize them, choose the sizes over and over again. You can just click and drop, and you will be done. So then we have the fonts changer. Now, suppose you're designing something and most of the time you're not going to be designing from scratch. So maybe you like an app design from somewhere else and you want to incorporate it in your design. So I've gotten the design from an app, from another design, and I suppose I'm doing a project that is requiring these texts to be inter. So this is currently circular XXX. The font name is Montserrat. The font name is, the font name I can see is Montserrat and circular XXX. But I want all of them to be in inter. So I'm just going to select a frame. Then I'm going to go over to my plugins. And I'm going to be going into font changer. So here you can see the font changer plugin. And what's going to happen is, see, I'm going to be choosing the Montserrat semi-bold, and I'm going to choose inter here. The font that you want to change it to, you're going to type in here. Obviously, you're going to have it installed in your device when you do this. So inter semi, is there an inter semi-bold? Okay, so yeah, inter semi-bold. So we're going to choose that, and we're going to choose replace. So you can already see that we have inter semi-bold replaced from the previous text, and by doing so, we'll save a lot of time. We won't have to go in manually, choose this, and then change it to another font. So we can do it by this. And then we have the sixth plugin, which is called Unsplash. And I'm pretty sure you're familiar with it, and if you're not, it's something for your images. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on any shape or any place we want to put our images in, and then we're going to type Unsplash. And this is the best resource for images for backgrounds, for avatars. So I'm going to just search abstract, and then we are going to filter out by free. And then suppose I want this. So there you go. This is a very good plugin for quick images. It's very, very handy. So next, and the final one that you're going to need is called Foundations Color Generator. Now, why did I choose this above all other color generator plugins? Because I just want to show you why. So if we go into our managed plugins, we go into Foundations Color Generator. So I want you to look at this. So when you are going to be working in real client or design projects, you are going to have to generate colors. You are going to have to keep those colors consistent for yourself, for developers, and also to keep the product's brand guideline intact. We don't want to change any of those. So what we have to do is, first of all, we can always, suppose you have a brand that has their main color, their primary color of their brand or their product is red. So we can choose by name, or we can choose by, manually choosing it from here. So, okay, so yeah, so if we choose the base color here, we will see the color palette or color variation or different shades for this here. And what we can also do is that we can choose from different color styles. We can choose from the material design library, we can choose from the Atlassian design library or the Ant design library. So these are very helpful, and they will help you reduce your time when you're working on a product design. Now, the main reason why I like this so much is that you have three options here: tokens, palette, create styles. So if you click on create styles, what happens is that, look, 10 styles created. So what does that mean? Look, under here you will find these 10 styles for this. Okay, so you will see that the styles have already been created, and you will be able to use this right out of the box, and this will help you save so much time. Now, if you've liked this video, please like and subscribe, and if you want to know anything more about UI UX design as a beginner, let me know in the comments. Thanks.